me finish.
Okay, well, I thought I had, but go ahead.
Okay, y'all, let's take turns and let each other finish.
Welcome to Let Me Finish, the podcast where three minds give their unfiltered and sometimes unpopular opinions on all the craziness going on in our lives and in this world. We're your hosts, Jillian,
Janice.
And Michael.
Settle in and let's take a deep dive.
What's up, guys? We're back with a new episode of Let Me Finish, and this is episode 63. Woo! Are we excited?
Yes.
I know. I don't think I did a countdown last time when we came back, what episode it was or whatever. So we are on episode 63. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Janice.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm Michael.
Okay, we're just gonna jump right in again. You know how our weeks went; they were chill, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Did anything crazy happen to y'all? I mean, yeah,
No.
nothing for me
Not
either.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. So we're going to play a game, guys. So we're going to do what I thought we were going to do last week, which is Fuck, Marry, Kill. And so it's where, for anybody who doesn't play this game, which I think everybody has, like at least if you're a millennial or older, you should have played this game or younger. One of the two.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you pick three people. And out of those three people, you have to decide if you want to fuck them, marry them, or kill them. And you have to choose one for each person. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's like a lesser of two evils type of thing. Okay, so we're going to play that game today. And I'll go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my fuck, marry, kill is going to be music related. So it's going to be Drake, Chris Brown, or G-Eazy.
Jillian.
Why do I have to go first? All right, I will marry Drake, fuck Chris Brown, and kill G-Eazy.
Why you gotta kill him?
I just
He's such a
like,
great
he's
guy.
like, other than his one little song with Cardi B, I'm just like,
But he fine.
And Brittany. He had a song with
But
Brittany.
he fine.
See, I don't even know. I don't even know that song.
It's called Make Me Ooh.
So that just shows you no. I'm not gonna waste no.
Fair enough.
He's forgettable. I guess that's what it is. He's forgettable.
Which is, this is why I know what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do with him.
Fair enough.
Okay, go ahead, Michael.
so
I
I
think y'all are
would-
gonna be surprised with my answer.
Oh, I guess I should explain why. So Chris Brown is not marriage material at all.
But he fucks.
Yeah.
If you've seen his shows, you'll know why. I decided to go that way. And then Drake is just like,
Grace Whip.
he ain't the best, but he ain't the worst. So okay, fine.
I have something I was
At
gonna
least I
ask
think-
you guys about Drake. Did you guys hear that he was dating like a 12-year-old?
No.
Oh, it's not true. Somebody said that the other day. I was like, you know, from dating 12-year-olds. Like, what? I was like, well, I would hope not. And I would think if it's the truth, he would be in some type of legal trouble, right?
I haven't heard that.
Assume so.
Even if it was something that was like a rumor.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about
I haven't
that.
heard anything about
Anyways,
that.
okay, well, good. That makes me not want to kill him now. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, I'd marry Jeezy. I'd kill Chris Brown. And I'd fuck Drake.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. Man. See, so for me, I guess it's really hard for me because I really chose three men that I'm like, oh, they're all gorgeous and I would take them all. But I think I'm going to go with, say marry G-Eazy. I just think he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Chris Brown because you got to use him for what he's good at. Meet people where they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm going to have to kill Drake, even though I really don't want to, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just kill him. He is kind of questionable these days. I don't know.
I know that's.
He's real sus these days.
It's
so.
just, yeah.
He's real sus these
No,
days.
I get it because with Drake, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Some of his interviews, I'm
his,
like,
but his music is still. I still love Drake's music.
are you okay? That's why I want to be asking him.
No, I mean, even everything that's gone down with him and Kendrick Lamar, I'm just like, I still love his music. I can't let it go. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just, and I loved him from Degrassi days. So, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's just kind of throughout the years, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And I probably would choose to marry him in a different category, but this one,
No.
gonna have to go with Jeezy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to kill him. He's done nothing. Drake has.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right, my turn. So I decided to go with a Marvel theme. I'm gonna
You know I love a good Marvel thing.
Marvel theme. So these are all Chris's that have been in the Marvel universe or played characters in the Marvel universe. So I have Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pratt. I think I will marry Chris Hemsworth. Fuck Chris Evans and kill Chris Pratt. Because I'm like, Chris Hemsworth, he seems like he is married with like 3 or 4 kids, and he just seems like a really good family man.
Mm-hmm. And whereas Chris Evans is out there just living his bachelor life, but he's got a girlfriend now. But.
No, he's actually married. He got married.
Chris Evans? Mm-hmm. Oh, to that young girl?
I don't know, some girl.
She young.
Yeah, she is younger than him, but
She young. And it was a surprise.
yes, it was a.
I wonder did the baby go?
Yeah. So I guess it's been almost a year now. They're coming up on their 1-year anniversary. So yeah, Chris got married. And he's kind of like, other than, he's just cute. So I just, okay. And then Chris Pratt, he has his own little demons, and I don't want to deal with that. So bye.
He's just not attractive to me. Never.
I would kill. Notice how I start with kill.
Yeah. It's
I would
cool.
kill-
Like you already. Let me just start with who I want to murder,
Yeah,
and then we'll
yeah.
work our way up.
I would kill Chris Pratt. I would fuck. Oh God, that sounds so graphic. I would have sex with.
Jeez, our mom's listening.
My sexual option would be Chris Hemsworth, and I'd marry Chris Evans. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I feel like
Okay.
Aussies do it best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me calm down. Like, girl, you need a little slump. Okay. Anyways, I actually go exactly with Michael. So I would. Poor Chris Pratt. He's just been murdered this whole game. Everybody killed him. Yeah, I
He's
would
just
kill him.
weird. I think he's just
It's actually
weird.
he's super funny, and I probably would like him more. I don't know. There's something about him just makes me not like. I don't know, because you would think you would like him, but also know he has like no ass. He has like
doesn't.
none. Like
he
none.
doesn't.
No.
It's
He's
crazy.
a handsome face.
Was
though.
it in Passengers when I saw it? I was like, ooh. That's a.
So Janice, your man, if you want to get with Janice, you have to
You
have
gotta
an ass.
have an ass.
You
So she
gotta.
can just
Not
be like,
saying
bam.
that I will do anything with it, but you can't. Like, I don't know about pay attention to your ass or nothing, but you just have to have one.
I mean, it's nice
'Cause
to
there's
get the
nothing
nice little
nicer.
smack and little squeeze. When you pass by, be like, "Here, babe."
Yeah, most men would be like, "What the hell?" No, but I mean, like for me, it's like nothing nicer for me than when you can just see the top of their brief boxer briefs and their my mom hates that, but I like a little sagging, just a little top of their ass. Anyways, and then I would Chris Evans. I would marry him. He seems so sweet.
He does.
I'm sure he is. It's just he just seems.
Even though the only hesitation I would have with marrying him is obviously he has like commitment issues.
Clearly.
So maybe so.
I don't
and
know.
I would say fuck Chris Hemsworth just because he's so fucking fine. He's so fine.
yeah, but then you get to be with him every day.
And
That's an option every day if you marry him.
You're right. Yeah. So really, Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth, they could switch places at any moment, any given day, any given hour. I'd be like, I choose you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would definitely switch it up.
Okay.
Michael, there you go. Yeah, he's thinking.
So my 3 people are Justin Timberlake,
Okay.
JC Chavez,
Oof.
and Nick Lachey.
Okay.
Oh, I already know. Who's going
Okay.
first?
So I gotta marry JC.
Okay.
Are we talking about prime Justin Timberlake or nowadays?
We're talking about now.
Damn.
I know.
You know what? I'm gonna ride for my girl Brittany and kill Justin,
Oh.
and then just fuck Nick Lachey.
Oh, but what about kill? Oh, you
did.
just
I
said
killed-
I'm
she
sorry. I mean,
killed
what
Justin
about Mary?
Timberlake. Oh, she would marry JC, she said.
Oh, you did say that. Duh. Okay, I missed that part.
JC.
Yeah.
Like Michael, why would you even put JC in there? Like, he's not even a viable candidate for me.
He's not.
Like, I wouldn't even consider him at any moment.
JC?
JC
No,
Chavez?
I've never been attracted to JC.
Yes.
I loved
But
him.
for the sake of this game, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to marry Nick Lachey. He's a family man. He's, him and his girl have a good little home life. So I'm gonna go ahead and marry Nick Lachey.
Fair.
Gosh, I do think that. I mean, Justin's always been a fantasy, so I'm gonna have to fuck him. And unfortunately, JC's just like collateral damage. He's got to go. He's dead.
go.
He's dead.
He's gotta go.
He's got to go.
So Michael has like a boy band theme. Okay, I
Yeah,
like that.
I wasn't going to, but I ended up having a theme and
I was like,
surprised myself.
JC. Okay. All right.
I
Yeah.
know where this is going.
All right.
Yeah.
JC.
No, I loved JC's.
Yeah,
Even now, like even with the salt and pepper hair, and he's
yeah,
growing out
he's a
little
handsome.
longer.
He's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, one more.
Yeah.
Super. This is gonna be hard.
Okay.
So, Michael B. Jordan,
Okay.
Zac Efron, and James what's his name?
James McAvoy.
No, Williams. Jesse Williams.
Okay.
Oh, Jillian, you want to go first?
Dang, that's hard.
What you guys
That's
didn't see
hard.
is that Jillian flew out of her chair, almost flew
She
onto the balcony
literally
of the building, and we
flew
almost
out of the
rolled
window.
out of the window.
She literally.
She's actually outside now.
Okay, that was a scary movie. She's at the couch.
She's literally on the sidewalk.
Yeah, she's like, because he's so fine. Jesse Williams is so fine.
Okay, so Jesse Williams is he's my everyday. I gotta
Could have
marry him.
fooled us.
Yeah, I think we know who she's gonna marry. Definitely ain't killing that man.
Good.
Woo.
Ooh, she's
Yeah.
hot. She's fanning herself,
First
y'all.
of all, if anyone knows, like he used to be in this play on Broadway where he was like
Take
full
Me
frontal
Out.
nudity.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
And I actually saw on Twitter, which I'll never call that X, it's Twitter. I said, yeah, he marriage material for sure.
Yeah, my friend saw it.
Oh,
live.
really?
She saw it live and
Oh.
up close. She was like, "It's amazing."
Was she like?
It is.
I'll be like,
It's
I need to be third row.
He's like,
Sir, I
porn
need to
star
be
amazing.
close.
I need to be very close.
Yes.
I have to give a
No,
full
you don't.
account of the play.
I saw the
play.
video. No, you don't. You could be in the back seat.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jillian.
it's good.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yep.
That's why that woman was married to him for so long.
Yeah, for
She
real.
held on for dear
She'd be
life,
like, how
honey.
many kids you need me to pop out? It is yours. Whatever
She held
you
on
want.
for dear life because he was married to his high school sweetheart for a very long time.
Oh,
They just got a divorce like a couple of years ago.
Okay, so
As soon as he got famous.
clearly I would marry Jesse Williams. What was the
Clearly.
other two? Okay.
Clearly. Zac Efron and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I'll fuck Michael B. Jordan and sorry, Zac Efron. I mean, he's
know.
cute. He's cute. He was a longtime crush, but Jesse and Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
It's no. I feel there's no competition.
yeah.
Do you know who Jesse Williams is, Michael?
I surely do.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he's politically driven.
yeah.
Yes,
he's very
exactly. You know me. I love that shit.
Yeah, he's
an advocate. He's
very handsome, beautiful face.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Smart and gorgeous.
Yeah.
So what are you going with, Michael?
So you're gonna be shocked.
Okay.
I don't even want to say this.
Go ahead. Oh my god.
Kill Jesse Williams.
I knew you were gonna kill him. Because I mean, obviously, Jillian's reaction. You're like, "Whoa, am I gonna make it out of here?"
This is gonna not be good.
that's fine. It's your
Michael's actually on the sidewalk. He's dead. Michael's dead.
Michael has been killed. How dare you speak about her man like that?
Apparently, anyway, so I would marry Michael B. Jordan, fuck Zac Efron 100%, and then kill Jesse Williams. Collateral damage, as Jenny
Yeah,
said.
it's just collateral damage. It's a
You
hard
would marry
Michael B.
Michael B.
Jordan, yeah.
Man, see, I'm gonna have to say marry Jesse Williams.
Really?
Like he's like perfect to me. Like, ooh, so beautiful. But then Michael B. Jordan, he's like my baby.
And he's also like a really good actor. Not that matters, but he's talented. He's
Jesse's not.
No, he's talented, but Michael B.
Ooh,
Jordan
watch
just
yourself, Jillian here now.
Who's what?
Jesse Williams, because I said he's not a good actor. He was like, yeah.
I was just saying
like,
Michael
watch
B.
yourself.
Jordan is like a really talented
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Jesse. He's like my ultimate celebrity
I
crush.
didn't know that.
So yeah, he's ultimate. And then Michael B. Jordan, I would fuck him, even though those are interchangeable too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have to kill Zach, and it's crazy because he has been my little celebrity crush for like a
He's
lot
a
of my
beautiful
life.
man. Yeah.
Like
Sarah,
what
Zach
is
Kitten.
it? Movie he was in?
17 again?
No, Greatest Showman. He was so
Oh,
cute.
that is. He was so good in that.
He was so good.
That movie never got the credit it deserved.
No, not at all.
No, I didn't.
It was a good movie.
Such a great
and people were like
wonderfully
sleeping on
written.
it. Yeah, beautifully
music
sung.
was just like
Yeah.
perfection.
And everyone's beautiful in it.
Oh, it's just
It was
amazing.
a good movie, but
Made you
everyone
cry,
slept on it.
laugh,
Yeah. I
heartfelt,
liked it.
scandal. It was great.
Yeah, no, I didn't get the credit it deserved.
Oh, girl.
I actually have one more. Do we have time for a quick one?
One more.
Okay,
one
quick.
more, Michael.
One more quick one.
One more.
Okay, we're going Grey's Anatomy. McSteamy, McDreamy, and
McSteamy McDreamy.
McSteamy McDreamy and Justin Kirk, who played Alex Karev.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess,
Alex Karev.
yeah. So
Ooh, I don't know. That's a hard one.
yeah, I would fuck. Again, that sounds so graphic, but I would have sex with.
It's just as bad.
It really is. I would kill Justin Kirk, aka Alex Karev.
Aww.
I would fuck McSteamy and marry McDreamy.
Yeah, McSteamy, same thing. It's like you got to meet people where they're at, and I think
Yeah.
that was always his talent.
That was
is
always his
fucking-
talent.
Yeah, so
But Patrick Dempsey's like marriage
So
quality.
are we doing this
Yeah.
as far as the characters in the
let's
show?
say the characters in the show. And Alex is a douche, so I'd kill him.
Alex is a douche, but he does redeem himself
Yeah.
throughout the series. But I'm gonna crazy part is I feel like I have to go the same. Yeah, I still need to. I have to have sex with Miss Steamy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go same thing.
Okay.
McDreamy, marry McSteamy, fuck, kill Alex Karev. Even though really I want him to be my best friend,
Yeah, he,
just like he was for Meredith.
yeah.
So technically.
What about you, Jillian?
Okay, so if we were going off the characters,
And she didn't
I will
watch it
have
very
to.
long.
Yeah, I didn't watch it very long, but really, honestly, when McSteamy died, I'm just like, I'm done. So it was really hard.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Even though it's been out for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't
Get it
seen it
together.
already,
You're not gonna see
McSteamy
it.
dies. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
all
have
die.
to.
Alex
Okay,
is alive, but
Alex-
he's gone.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to kill Alex.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that sad? We all kill Alex.
I know.
Yeah.
But he's a
Karev.
cute
Well,
guy.
honestly, when he left old girl to go back to be with Izzy, I was like, wait a minute, you married this girl? That
But
was
to be fair, I feel like that was the only thing they could have done.
They just
There's no
wrote-
other way they could have wrote him off the show unless they killed him.
Yeah, I would have.
And the guy
killed
was
him.
ready to not be on the show anymore.
I would have just killed him. They're just better off killing him. Anyways, and then I would
The Izzy fans.
fuck Miss Simi because he was a hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a hoe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was. I mean, even though he got a lesbian, he
Yeah.
turned her. You know, she was hitting.
Got her pregnant and everything,
Uh-huh.
and then Mary McDreamy.
Okay.
Yeah, 'Cause I was like, oh,
Even though he had his moments where I was like, Mick, oh, I would have slapped
yeah,
you.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He had his
Like-
moments where he was just a dick.
yeah, he,
But overall-
he did treat Meredith like real shitty.
Yeah.
when she tried to move
Just
on.
in the beginning, when okay, this is not a Grey's Anatomy topic or conversation, but only because I feel like I am okay with what he did, only because I feel like he was super confused because Addison came back and
Yes, he
had
was.
already committed to this marriage, and I don't think he was expecting to feel the way he did about Meredith. So I felt like he felt obligated to give Addison that
Second chance.
time.
Sure.
Yeah, I do feel like he
Which
felt
I don't
obligated.
think I don't think he did because I'm like, she literally slept with your best friend. So I think like, no, done. Marriage over.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I
That's
don't
okay.
think I could.
I
Ever
mean, to
get
be
past
fair,
that.
yeah, and he was friends with McSteamy afterwards too. You're right. I mean, you can't sleep with my man and then think we're gonna be friends. Quit playing
Yeah,
with me.
I know.
I mean, we could be friends, but
No,
we
we're
just
not friends. No, we're not friends.
Yeah, he still ended
My
up being
best friend, get the fuck
Yeah,
out
he
of
still
here.
ended up being friends with McSteamy. Like they were still friends.
Yeah, they were
in the
best
end.
friends still.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I would not have forgiven my friend. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's
same.
no way.
Yeah,
Would've
we
been
can't be.
over.
We can't be friends anymore.
Like I would forgive my significant other before I forgave my best friend.
Me too. I'm the
To
same.
be fair,
I'm
you're my
s-
best friend.
Yeah.
Like you should want like what's best for me
Period.
no matter what.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
man can like sometimes they weak, honey.
Yeah.
But you're my best friend. You've seen me go through all of it. You've heard my deepest confessions, my deepest
Yeah.
traumas, my deepest like lulls. Like,
Yeah.
and you sat there and did that to me. No,
No, I just
You're not a
think
friend.
with his reaction with Meredith, you remember when they're in the staircase and
Yes.
and he pretty much calls her a whore. So I'm
Yes.
just like that part. I'm just like, oh, like
Cringe.
you didn't tell her you were married.
public service announcement: do not call women whores.
Yeah.
Please
Just
stop
not-
doing that.
just
It's not
a-
cute. It's never cute to even make a reference that a woman could be a slut, a whore, any of that, because they never do that kind of stuff to men. So just
No, it's
public
true.
service
Yeah,
announcement.
just take it out of your vocabulary.
Stop doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so that was kind of like, okay, like that was fucked up what you did there, but I mean, I think towards the end then they found their way. So
I mean, they had a beautiful love story. So,
Yeah.
anyways, this is not a Grey's Anatomy topic.
yes.
Or is it? I'm just kidding.
Or should we?
Yeah.
Poll. Okay, so guys, we're gonna just take a quick little break, and we're gonna be right back with our main topic.
Why you move faster? Yeah, me casa su casa. Got it stripping like Gaza. Got so hot on volcanoes. The flow is so lava. Yeah, we spit that saliva. iPhone got message from Viber. Either the hit it.
Okay, so we are back, and we are talking about. We're just gonna talk. I know we had a heavy subject last week, so we're just gonna talk about the Olympics this week and just different events that we are excited about seeing, events that have happened, and athletes that we want to talk about. So I will go first because I did want to talk about it. So, track. Hey, that's my sport. Before I actually talk about track, let's talk about Simone Biles.
Okay.
Goat.
Yeah.
Go. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they won the team medal and then she won the women's all around as well.
She's so classy.
Did she? They already did the all around. Oh yeah, they already did it. Mm-hmm. So now, what do you think? So she'll probably get vault gold.
I don't
Floor.
know.
They say vault and floor are her best. Her best.
Chances.
Her best
Her-
events.
oh,
Events.
oh.
like
Events.
single events.
Gotcha.
Her best events. But in general, I'm like, I really don't. Actually, how fair do you think it is her competing? Let's
What do
start
you
there.
mean?
Because she's so good. It's like almost these girls don't have it. They don't have a chance. If she's competing, they can just go ahead and say they're competing for silver.
Well, that's just.
I mean, that's
That's
a
the
part
Olympics, yeah.
of, you always have once in a generation talent. You
Yeah.
know,
Kind of like Michael Phelps.
yeah.
Michael Phelps, Michael Jordan. There's like
Yeah.
one of those talents where it's just like
Oscar
oh my
De La
God,
Hoya.
As
Yeah.
they're at the top of their
Yeah.
game,
just
it's like
dominating.
Oscar De La Hoya. He
He
was
won
like
the Olympics.
He
He won
okay.
the Olympics. Yeah, he was first place. And
Yeah.
he was. I mean, he's American, obviously. He's of Mexican descent, but he's.
Oh, was it?
played
Is
for-
he?
Yeah, he's yeah,
American.
He's
Is he?
American. Yeah, he won the Olympics, and it was a huge deal at the time. 'Cause,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
Olympics.
I remember Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
He
a big
was
fan of boxing.
hot.
Yeah, he was hot.
Hot.
He was hot, and he's a really great boxer. But Simone Biles, I think, is so elegant and so classy, so passionate. I love her passion.
I think it's crazy because you remember last Olympics, she pulled out because of the twisties.
Oh,
Which, a lot of people were saying like she didn't have to necessarily pull out. She could just pull like not as hard of tricks. And she was still probably medaled, podiumed, had gold.
No, I think she was right because she's like it was a mental thing and not necessarily a physical thing.
Well, which is what she said. I think, but I'm just saying a lot of people were like, could she have competed? Yes, but she decided her mental health was more important.
Which I think that's a
Because
good
of the
thing.
Commendable.
and it's true because the tricks that they are doing, I mean, one mistake you can die.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So
Or get seriously hurt. So I think for her to say, hey, this isn't
my year.
my year.
Yeah,
And
it's
to be able to
commendable.
have, I say, you know what, you're not obligated to put your body on the line when like, hey, I'm not mentally there for a gold medal. I
So
don't
much of it
think
is
it's
mental.
I don't think it's worth it. I'm just like, no, you
Yeah.
got to put your mental health first.
Yeah,
First and foremost, because we all have bad days, but for her, she's like her bad day can go seriously wrong,
Yes.
and
Right.
and
her last
you've
day.
heard lots of lots of gentlemen saying, hey, the physical toll that has been paid on, they're still paying the price now.
Yeah.
That they do still have difficulties and pains to this day, to the point that like sometimes I feel like it's not worth it because I'm still paying the price for.
Who said that? Olympians are saying that?
Yeah. the stuff that they put their body through.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not worth it because physically, this is any athlete. Like
Right.
sometimes like the physically
That's
what they put their
crazy.
bodies through and paying through injuries and they're still paying the price to this day.
I believe it.
And so
I do think that a lot of athletes will do that, like just take a cortisone shot and keep it pushing.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's dangerous in the sense that, you don't know what you're numbing,
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
they're making injuries worse just for that in the moment.
the glory of winning a medal.
But people
Yeah.
get upset. I mean, understandably so. They get, obsessed with the idea of winning. And it's like,
So I was watching this show called Make It or Break It. It's an ABC family movie. It's a long time ago I watched it, but it was just crazy because just watching a show about the Olympics and girls trying to make it there, it's a fake show, and I was that invested with them making it. I'm like, because
See?
it is their whole life that they sacrifice.
It really
Their
is.
entire childhood, their relationships with their friends, boyfriends, significant others, their parents. Like, they do give up a lot for this
Absolutely.
dream.
Yeah. And of course, the backstory, we're seeing a lot of the stuff that's happening behind the scenes with the team doctor and what he did to all the athletes.
Oh my God.
So that
Which Simone was one of them.
And
oh, I didn't
so
know that.
She was.
Yeah,
I
she
did
was.
not know that. Oh my God.
And so what those athletes went through, that takes a mental toll on
Of
them too. And then
course, of
also
course.
now it has been revealed that the coaches or the people who trains the team, the Carolis, Bella Caroli, which we all
He's
know
still
him from
doing stuff.
most famously he's the one that carried Carrie Strug when she actually hurt her
okay.
ankle
Yeah.
in Atlanta when they she did the vault to secure the gold medal for the team at that time.
Yeah, I heard he's problematic though.
Yeah, so supposedly they were aware of what was going on with the team doctor and kind of kept it hush hush. And then on top of that,
God.
some of their very
What do you mean aware?
where they knew.
Well, because in the documentary Athlete A, I think she came forward. I think that's where it all started really coming down. But she was coming forward for quite some time, I think.
Yeah. So I think the whole organization as a whole, they knew it, but they kept it quiet and silenced it.
I wouldn't
and,
say the Carolis. It was the entire organization.
Yeah, not them specifically, but they're part of the organization. They were aware.
It was
and-
the Olympic. It was wasn't he the doctor for the Olympics?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
so-
and they were their coaches. So the Carolis, they actually train and actually coach the Olympic team, and then also for some of their training practices that they're abusive in their training practices when they're training the girls as well.
That makes
So
sense.
that some of their
I've heard
training
that for years.
Yes,
Yeah.
their training practices did come to light because of the
Like
abuse
even
the girls.
Carrie Strug was saying it was abusive. Like Dominique Dawes and
Exactly.
all of them
So
said that.
yeah, so
believe
because of what happened with the doctor, and they're saying, "Hey, you guys knew this abuse was happening. You guys didn't do anything." They got caught in the crosshairs too, with their training practices, and saying, "Hey, this is abuse. You guys need to." I understand that you feel like these practices are getting you results, but it's still abuse at the end, and it's not worth it. Sacrificing these girls is not worth it.
To be
So-
fair, though, I think that also falls on the parents.
Sure.
Their practicing
no,
hours, because their parents are supposed to be at the practices if they're underage.
No, actually, with the Carolis, because they have like a ranch actually here in Texas that parents actually are not allowed.
Again, that's the parents. Why would you send your kid to a place that
I
parents are not allowed?
Okay, so I think there's a
Why?
I think the
Yeah.
same.
Why?
Okay, so I want to push back on that a little bit because the same pressure that the girls experience or sacrifices that these girls go through to make the Olympic team, you have to understand their families are making sacrifices as well.
I
So
understand that,
think-
but you're an adult and you should be thinking about the long-term
I
consequences as
understand that, but
opposed
also
to a child.
in the end, I think for them, they're bought into the system saying, "Hey, this is how you get where your child wants to get to the next level. There are the gatekeepers to get to that next level." And sometimes you get so tunnel visioned. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying.
I'm about to say, well, okay.
I'm not saying it's right.
'cause really
it's easy
then-
to be on the outside
So-
saying, "Hey, you should have done this
So
and
just
this
like
and
when we
this."
did the quiet on set, those parents, we were saying that they were to blame as what? It's the same thing. It's just
what
instead of
I'm
going
saying-
to act, you're an athlete.
What I'm trying to say is that a lot of times when these people hold your dreams, your hopes and your dreams, and you're like, I'll do whatever it takes.
Which is why you give them access to do those kind of things to your children. Which is only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying that I don't feel like they have the same pressures. I'm just saying, just like when we sat there and we talked about quiet on set and the parent's responsibility as a parent, it was the same thing.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but sometimes I feel like as parents, I'm not a parent, so I don't know. I think sometimes they feel like I don't want to be, and the parents did say this, I don't want to be a hindrance with my child achieving their dreams. And so I think it's a catch-22. They're like, okay, either, and there are parents who've said, hey, we just, for my sake of my child, I did have to take them out, and that means that dream of competing in the Olympics is pretty much cut off from them.
Like athlete A.
Correct. Yes. In the documentary, Kathy, I think she ended up not making the team, and then she just didn't go back and try again. And she actually ended up going. One of the athletes ended up just going and competing on a college team, which that's a really great path for a lot of these kids too. But it's hard. It's a difficult situation. I think also it's the culture, and I think sometimes you almost get brainwashed as well when you're in this insular community.
I definitely think they are being very, of course you are. I think it's definitely a brainwashing when you're allowing like an adult to have full access to your child and you're not in their presence. You don't know them.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, so of course I think they're brainwashed and pushed to believe certain narratives, and which is, and why I convince some of the parents that, really do. And I'm not saying anything against the other parents, but they did not do what they're supposed to do in that situation.
Okay, I'll give you that, but I guess I'm gonna give them some.
I do give them grace. I do give them grace because, again, I know if anybody's coming, like, they're probably taking it the hardest. Right. Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
As a parent, so I do understand that, and I know that all I'm saying is like I had the same feeling, or when we were talking about quiet on set, and I still have the same feeling. It's just kind of like, once again, like, why do I need to send my child off for 3 weeks to a place with no parents? Not me as a parent, no parents.
Yeah. It's
with
suspicious.
just coaches.
Yeah, it's suspicious.
And doctors and people who have no skin in the game, like that. My child is not traumatized.
Right.
Yeah. But like I said, you're hoping and
I'm like,
praying.
I think that's why mom never allowed us to do sleepovers, period. Is like, you never know.
Right.
You don't, yeah. But if you do allow your children, it doesn't mean you're a bad parent.
Right.
Please understand. But
No.
is that
I follow
unknown?
you,
I understand.
yeah.
It's that
That's what you're
unknown,
saying.
and sometimes, like I said, there were the gatekeepers for this dream to happen, and so I think it's kind of the push and pull. What do I do to keep my child safe, but also so they're able to flourish and
Succeed.
succeed and have their talents, be able to fully explore their talents and grow in their talents. So I mean, it's a catch-22.
With that particular situation with that doctor, so many people failed. So many people.
So many people dropped the ball.
Like, it was just completely, I thought, it's just negligent.
Yeah.
With the doctor, with what he was
ludicrous.
doing,
Yeah.
and making these children and their parents
Yeah.
feel like what he was doing was normal.
Yeah.
Sometimes
That's
he
crazy.
did it where they're in the room.
I think with part with,
Yes.
with athlete A, the part that I was just like, okay, this doesn't make any sense, is when they would do sessions at his house. That's the part where I was just like, what the hell? That is just a step too far. And I'm just like,
No,
why
the step
are
too
you...
far is when he was inserting his hands into their bodies. Like, that was too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're not an OBGYN.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So, anyway, it got a little serious, got a little dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Simone. So I think at the time, even when I think that was happening, it was close to the Olympics. So that could be a huge factor of why she pulled out too,
Sure.
or why she was having the mental block.
Yeah. That
True.
would explain it.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff did come out prior to that Olympics, so yeah,
But-
it's a lot.
Lucky for her, like she's very resilient. She actually was very, she wasn't vocal at first. She came out and she was vocal later. But since that Olympics, she's, she pulled out, she got help, she got married. She's, seems to be in a happy marriage.
Yeah. She's flourishing.
And yeah, she's flourishing. And I don't see this being her last Olympics. So
No, I
I'm
Some
sure.
people are saying she's too old, which I'm not going to lie,
How old
27.
is-
27.
Oh, she's 27.
27 is a little on the older side. I'm not saying
It
she's
is.
too old.
What's
I'm
that
just saying-
Russian girl with the blonde hair? She had short. She was pretty old when she stopped competing.
Yeah, I know. She was like super tall though, so that was another thing.
Another
too.
factor. I don't know. I just know another. I was trying to think of
else.
like one of the older,
contestants?
athletes
Yeah.
for the Olympics. And
So for the Olympics, yeah, she's on the on the older side. So I mean, 4 years from now, it's maybe 50-50 chance she'll come back for
31. Yeah.
for
yeah, that would definitely need to be her last one,
Yeah.
yeah. So but
especially with the type of tricks she does. And
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
we'll see if she's capable. Great, whatever.
Yeah, if she can do it.
Yeah,
Hell.
go ahead, do your thing,
do
girl.
it, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But she's had a great Olympics.
had a great
what
run.
other?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to her competing in the individual events. What other Olympic things we want to talk about?
I was gonna say, did you hear what she said about Trump?
No, Simone.
Yeah.
Oh,
What'd she
She
say?
said, "I love my black job."
Yeah, she did do that.
I love that.
And then she trolled the girl that Michaela Skinner about,
Oh yeah, I saw that Michaela Skinner talking about
the not her. She didn't include Simone, but Simone definitely stood up for her teammates, saying that they're lazy and they're not as talented.
I mean, how are they lazy? How many Olympics did she go to? One?
And the only reason she got a medal is because Simone dropped
And-
out.
Yeah,
the
so
event.
I'm confused. What do you
Yeah.
what are you here
And
for?
she won
man?
a silver. Yeah,
She won silver?
she won silver, and the only reason she got that silver because she was an alternate. It's because Simone dropped out.
Oh, so are they lazy or you're just not good enough to make the team?
Yeah, she's not good enough to make.
Because
the team.
you were an alternate.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
wasn't. She didn't make the main team. Yeah, so she was an alternate.
So she's bitter.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. She's better.
Yeah, because Simone had a couple different tweets where she was kind of like, "Yeah, me with my,
lazy,
my lazy
untalented
team with our
team,
gold
you know.
medals."
Yeah.
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 I was like,
Good for her.
In her face.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like Jordan. Yeah, the people on that team are not lazy.
Why
Didn't
do we
seem
have
like
to
it
be
to me.
nasty? Like, there's no
It
reason.
was not
to...
necessary. Yeah.
Yeah, sports. They get.
I know.
ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
vicious.
Speaking of people who are like kind of salty, so I guess this has been coming up on my For You page on TikTok. So I don't know what's up with Australia getting like real sensitive about they're looking at U.S. media when we're covering once the U.S. media is covering the Olympics and we're doing like the medal count, and they're saying that because they're like, oh, that's not how you're supposed to rank people, is based on total medals. It's supposed to be based on how many gold medals your country has. And they're saying, oh, Australia is winning right now because we have actually more gold medals, even though U.S. has more medals total. And so they were complaining. I was just like, what is your problem? I'm like, at the end of the day, because track and field hadn't even started yet, and usually United States picks up a lot of gold medals when it comes to track and field events, and so we're just like, wait a minute. First of all, we all know y'all gonna be scooping up a lot of gold medals with swimming, which is the first week, and I was just like, and actually I think USA, I think today was the last day for swimming, and I think we actually ended up with one more gold medal than the Australians in swimming. So we actually beat them in gold medal counts in swimming specifically. And I was just like, they're just like, oh my God, you Americans, it's propaganda. You want to make y'all seem like you're so exceptional, da-da-da. I was just like, why can't we just really want to root on our athletes and just celebrate, even though per the Olympic guidelines, there's no competition between specific countries as far as like countries winning the Olympics. It doesn't work like that. That's not the spirit of the Olympics anyways. We just want to root on and encourage, and we send a crap ton of athletes, so of course we're going to be on the top of the medal count. I think the only country that can really compete with us as far as the number of athletes we send is China, who they can compete with us as far as like total medal count. And we're just like everybody on the Australians are just like, oh my God, these Americans are so whatever, and pretty much ripping us a new one. And we're just like, wait a minute, why do y'all hate us? Everyone is like, we didn't even know, where's this one-sided rivalry? We're not even thinking about y'all. When did this happen? So I just thought that was pretty funny. I'm just like, I've always seen, like, in the swimming, I'm like, I've always really enjoyed that back and forth between the Australian and the American swimmers. And I just feel like
Who's complaining about this?
Each other. So just Australian media or Australian like commentators were complaining that the U.S. media, whenever, of course, this is NBC, which is a U.S. broadcasting company. Of course, they say, oh, you guys shouldn't be putting it up as far as when you rank countries, you shouldn't be ranking it based on total medal counts, because they were trying to say, oh, silver
So how
and
they
bronze,
want you to rank it?
total amount of gold medals. So we're just like, oh, silver and bronze don't count. I'm like, wait a minute. They were just like, what do you mean they don't count? Of course they count.
Why do they count it how they want to count it? We'll count it how we want to count it. How about
Exactly.
it?
And I think that's the part I was just like, and then I was
Don't
just,
worry about how we count it over here, boo.
yeah, we focus on our
We
stuff
gonna
over
spend
here.
it to make us look good no matter what anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think every country does
Move
that.
on.
Every country is rooting for the best and wants
Well,
the
that
best
is-
for their own country. So I just find it
Australian
funny.
media should move on and try and figure out
And I-
what their teams are winning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think there was a video of an Australian swimmer who was saying that the highlight is when they said that they beat Americans because she was trying to say that they were so annoying. They can't stand hearing all the USA chants and I do hear this a lot during the swimming competitions. They'll have the kettlebells, so they'll ring the kettlebells. They were like, I can't stand it. I can't stand hearing the Star Spangled Banner. I just love.
USA.
Yeah, they just they don't want to hear the national
want this
anthem.
chanting?
They're just like, I just want to shut them up. That's the highlight. Even though she ended up not making the Australian Olympic team, but they showed the video of her talking about that to Michael Phelps, and he's just like, Michael Phelps was just clearly irritated about that. He's like, okay, all right. He goes, you just gave us bulletin board material. Now the U.S. athletes are going to be extra motivated to make sure they beat your asses now. And I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it definitely
You tell
feels
him, Michael
like,
Phelps. You tell him.
yeah.
I mean, I think, yeah. I mean,
It's
at the
just
end of the
like-
day, it doesn't even matter.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
it
matter. It doesn't matter. It's just like we love our athletes. We are cheering them on, and so it's just like calm down.
Every country loves. I mean, like,
Yeah.
that's the point. Like,
That's the
everyone
point.
should
You
be
know what?
rooting their on.
I don't even like the only reason when they're even talking to me about this is because we do have the most medals.
That's just it. If
That's it. That's
Yeah.
the
If
only reason.
Australia was winning,
They would have no qualms about
Yeah.
putting all their medals up there. So it
Yeah.
is what it is. You know, haters gonna hate.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you ain't got anywhere to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Hanny.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Shoot. If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right. So,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, speaking of haters, track. So, me and Jillian definitely are always in a unique boat in the sense that we're Jamaican. Like, we grew up in a very Jamaican household. That's where we're from.
That's where we were born.
That's where we were born. But then obviously we grew up here in America. So I always cheer for both. But if it's gonna be if it's Jamaica or America, I'm gonna go for Jamaica.
Of course.
You
Yes.
know, that's
Yeah.
that's typically how it goes. But I do,
Understandable.
you know, I love the American athletes, and if Jamaica ain't big in that like event, I'm going to go with America. So, but always has been a big rivalry between America and Jamaica and track.
Yeah.
And Sha'Carri, she corrects people, so you know, she had a rough go of it, like the last Olympics, in
she
the sense
did.
that she didn't get to go, and she was like a fan favorite.
She was.
And it was for she had a small amount of marijuana in her system.
Yeah, THC.
Don't even get me started. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you should have known they weren't gonna let you slide.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody ain't gonna slide, it ain't gonna be a black woman.
No.
So I was like, dang, girl. So, but anyway, I feel like she came back stronger than ever. I do think that she held her head high. She, you know, was the reigning 100-meter world champion. And she went to the Olympics as the 100-meter reigning world champion. But obviously, you had Jamaica to contend with, right? So Jamaica's coming. We have Shelly Ann Fraser,
Okay. So
who is she's been running in the Olympics since 2000, and she's 2008, and she's been medaled every Olympics. But so Sha'Carri and her, there was some new rule right before the 100-meter finals. There was a new rule that all athletes had to come in with the bus, but they're not staying on the Olympic grounds. So they were told they could not enter into the main entrance, or the entrance that they needed to go into so they can go to their warm-ups. So by the time they had them walk to the entrance and walk all the way back down, it was like an hour and a half walk, I guess. Shelly Ann decided to go ahead and pull out. we don't know officially if that's the reason why she pulled out, but it seems like that was the reason. For me, Sha'Carri was going to run either way because she didn't have an opportunity to run last Olympics. This was her first Olympics, so I felt no matter what, she was going to go out there and give her best. For me, in this particular event, I feel like it did a disservice to that event and the runners in the event, because the winner, who did amazing, and she was from St. Lucia, and she won gold.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri, she got silver. I do feel like her win is always going to be questioned because of her pulling out and Sha'Carri not having what they call a proper warm up.
Right.
So I just think it sucks for all three of the women involved. The winner, Sha'Carri, and Shelly-Ann. All of them, I just think it sucks.
Yeah.
Because
I
it just
agree.
wasn't the race we were looking forward to in this.
Yeah, I think if all three had competed, it would have been a much better race, a more competitive race, more exciting race. So it's disappointing.
It would have been interesting to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jamaica has had a rough one because not so much on the men's side, but on the women's side, unfortunately, a lot of people have had to pull out.
Didn't
due to
Sharika
injury.
pull out of 200s?
Yeah, she did.
And then we had the Elaine Elaine
I think
Thompson
is her last name.
She pulled out of the Olympics completely because she got injured right before. And she was the gold medal winner from last year.
Wow.
Yeah, so just keep in mind previous last Olympics, actually Jamaica came for the 100 meter
First,
because
second, and third.
Sha'Carri was not there at all, so please keep that in mind. Jamaica actually came in 1, 2, and 3 for the 100
Gone
meter.
Jamaica!
We took over the podium for that, so that was just amazing. But just unfortunately, just due to bad luck, we haven't been able to really flourish the way we usually do. So that's sad, but good for...
I wanted them to have a rematch because obviously Sha'Carri is the world champion for 100 meters, and she did end up beating them. So I wanted to see that rematch. I wanted to see who gonna win.
Yeah.
So it just sucks. And then this is Shelly-Ann's last Olympic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah.
She's 38 now. So
That's
2
up
kids.
there.
She up to the fact that she had kids and came back and ran like that, and
It's
still
incredible.
dominated.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's hard.
Girl.
Just watching them run. I was watching the track and field yesterday.
God, their legs go so fast.
There's like bullets. And I felt myself so anxious watching them because I'm like, oh God, oh God,
The relays
oh God.
are even worse for me because there's so many people and the handoff and
Yes.
everything.
Oh my God, the stress.
And then even with the 100, I feel like Gabby Thomas, when she has to take that curve, I'm like, dang. And then you have to part of your curve, you have to hand off. I'm like, dang, these people are talented.
It's so nerve wracking. I genuinely feel anxious. I'm stressed out when I watch it.
I actually haven't even thought about the male side of the track and field this year.
I saw. I don't know
After
their names.
Usain, it's kind of been like, who's next?
Yeah.
After Usain Bolt's kind of, he's retired.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll eventually find someone. We've always had pretty dominant. I think the women's is more dominant than the men's, because when it comes to track and field, I feel like really the only on the male side when it comes to Jamaica, of course he's a once in a lifetime talent, was Usain Bolt, but when it comes to on the women's side, they've always had really dominant runners, and okay, I need to watch out for her. They're legends in track and field.
What's the name of the really beautiful black guy that plays for the U.S.?
During what event?
Track.
Now?
Yeah, now he's.
Ooh, beautiful. I don't know.
I think he's beautiful.
I was.
You want to know who won the
Michael
100 meter?
Johnson?
He won. He was second place. Oh no, I don't have my phone on me, but
I'm about to look it up.
he has
For which event?
and I don't know the names of the events.
Was it
So-
a sprint?
It was yesterday. It was sprint. It was sprinting.
So it's probably
So it was
100.
100 meter.
Okay.
So the 100 meter. So
It was second place, I feel.
So it was America. When it comes to the
Noah-
men's 100 meter, the first place was Noah Lyles, and that's American. Second place was
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, Noah Lyles. I don't know if you think that he's beautiful.
I don't know I don't know the name. I have to see him.
Yeah, let me see.
I'm sorry, Noah Lyles, American, got gold for the men's 100 meter. Keyshawn Thompson,
picture.
Jamaica,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
that's
Fred
him.
That is
Curley.
him, though?
That is him.
Oh, she said Michael said that is him.
That's not a flattering picture, but he's a very handsome
Yeah,
man.
I was like, I bet that's not the best picture of him ever.
He's actually he has a beautiful smile.
He got second. Did Jamaica win?
Jamaica came in second, silver. Just like literally, it
Wait,
was
I
a
thought
photo
that
finish.
he had second.
What place
No,
did
Oh, he wins. He won it.
Noah won it, but it was a photo finish. It took them a while.
This is a world title. Hold on. Olympics.
See that there's so many names of things.
There's
like,
different,
I get
yeah,
so
depending on the
confused.
distance. There's 100,
national-
200,
Yeah.
and yeah, there's
I
a
can't
lot.
keep
He
up.
says he finishes second. He finished second.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
He
Okay.
finished second.
Who did?
Noah Lyles. In
No,
the
for the 100 meter.
meters.
No, he came in first. I'm looking at the ranking right here for the second round.
In Olympic.
No, girl, he got gold medal. I'm
In
looking at it right here.
Oh, save semifinal.
Yeah, he didn't come in
Who
first.
was this?
The final for the finals, it was Noah Lyles got gold medal.
Who got second?
His name is he's a Jamaican. Is Kashane Thompson.
Okay, so and then third.
Fred Curley, USA.
Okay, Jamaica got second. Okay,
Yeah, so we got a
all
silver
right,
medal.
we're in there. I really want to see even though the relay. I don't even know if Jamaica's going to do the relay now
We'll see.
because if Sharika pulled out, Shelly pulled out,
I mean, then
there's nobody left.
we'll see. I don't know.
They'll probably put in their,
Maybe some alternates.
second strings.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
Oh, I the whole time difference thing throws me off too because it's like I watch it and I'm like, wait, this already happened.
Yeah, I think it's like an 8-hour difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like you're watching it live, but then you're like, oh, this,
No, it's already
this is
happened.
like 8 hours
Actually, I
ago.
like it because then I'd be like, okay, is it worth me watching this? Let me see who came in first, second, and third. Sometimes I do that.
So you look it up.
Yeah, I look it up
Oh,
before
I
I watch
usually
it.
do. I usually just look it up
And then I'm
I'll
like,
go back
okay,
and
now,
watch it.
now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to watch it.
Yeah, sometimes it gives you less anxiety when you know.
Yeah.
And this one's not as, I don't watch it as much. Like, swimming is not my event I watch. But I just wanted to shout out Ledecky. She's phenomenal. She's been killing it. She's been dominating the 800 meter, 1500 meter freestyle swim for like as long as I can remember. So, and she just won her most recent gold medal. So she did win.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm like,
She dominated.
she literally has the top 30 records in that event. Top 30. Just her name. Nobody else.
Yeah.
So she breaks her own records. That's what she
Yeah.
does.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Over and
like
over
even
again.
when they were swimming, like when she won, like she was like she lapped them. So by the time like when she was done, they still had a whole nother lap to go.
Wow.
That's how good she is.
Damn.
We were joking yesterday. I'm like, man, she was practically in the locker room by the time they finished.
She was like,
She
I'm
was in the
good. I'm
shower.
outta here.
She was already showered, ready to go.
She was like, y'all need some help?
yeah.
Y'all
We're
wanna-
exaggerating,
struggling.
but
Y'all ready to turn these lights off? I mean, I'm
The
done.
janitor's like mopping the floor.
Here comes that last one, just swimming on in. But yeah,
it definitely felt like that. We're exaggerating, but yeah, just oh my gosh, just once in a lifetime talent for sure.
I watched the men's shot put yesterday, and that was
Really?
Yeah, I never watched that before. There's a lot of grunting going on.
Yeah,
They say like whole sentences, like
really.
it sounds like it. Like
Look at him. Michael's doing like the arm back like a shot putter, by the way, right now.
and
so
they-
shot put, is that the one with the
The ball.
the ball,
The ball.
And they hold
and
it
they
by their
rele-
neck.
Yes, the yeah,
They're just like, whoa.
and it's like a like a sentence, and it's like, wait, what did he say?
Wait, what? Can we get some closed
motivation
caption
just
on
to
this?
kind of like yeah.
It's just a big sound that comes out of them. It's like a primal like man.
Fun fact, I actually attempted to do shot put in high school.
For real?
It was very quick. Quit immediately.
Like it was meant
Because
for
I
you.
literally just wanted to go on track meets. And I was like, oh, you going to make me run too? Well, no, I got to go.
Not doing that.
Man, they were like, I would be the one on the track where everybody's like done getting dressed for school. And I'm like, still trying to finish my last lap.
Let me tell you something. When I tell you, whenever in high school they had a gym, and so we were at the old stadium, the old Frisco Stadium, and so we would have to do. Oh my god! So they would have us. Oh, you need to run however many laps they have us run in X amount of time. And so people will, of course, be like, okay, run, 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 run. I refuse to run. I walk the entire time. Be like, how's that? I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm not running. I was just like, whatever time you clock me at, that's what you clock me at. I'm not running this shit.
Wait, why didn't you run?
I just didn't want to. Like, I would start out running.
I was like, weren't you on the team? Or this
that was
just
drill. That was drill is completely different.
Oh, I'm about to say, I'm sure the drill team.
No, this is for
coaches
gym.
are like, you lazy son of a.
No. This is for gym. This
Oh
is
yeah,
for gym.
Because they like
PE.
time you. Yeah,
time you for PE.
Meanwhile,
and I was just
there-
like, I'm not doing this.
I remember a
And
certain
so I
time.
would be
I
like
remember that.
talking with my friends, just walking the track.
I remember that. Yeah, I used to walk.
I
I had one friend that tried to push me, actually. I was like, oh my God. And she was
to
like, come
push-
on, we can do it. Keep running. I think that's the best time I ever had. It was like 9 minutes. That's the best one.
Well, I just remember our coach was basically like, he was a large man. And he was also my biology teacher.
And you're like, you
And
can't do this.
he was like, y'all run. And I'm like, he basically has like a pizza in his hand, eating it while we're running.
Oh, come on. You got to run lap.
Yeah. This lap ain't gonna run itself.
Yeah. Like, bitch, what you got here? Run a lap. Okay.
Isn't that how it always is? Like the PE coach, I'm like,
What did my boss said the other day? It was so funny because she was like, because I wouldn't be paying an overweight trainer. I was like, you right about that? Can you imagine like a trainer kind of come to you and they're I would
Well,
not be choosing that trainer. Would
Yeah.
you choose an overweight trainer?
No.
I don't know. It depends.
No.
It depends. I guess I wouldn't say you have to be like
Svelte.
like
I didn't
2%
say-
body fat kind of like that because it's
Yeah.
I mean
But
I
baby
just,
boy,
I
you
guess,
can't be 400 pounds talking to me about working out.
no that because clearly you have
You
your
have to have
own
an
struggles.
affinity for what you're teaching me to do.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say there's when it comes to fitness I'm very sensitive about that because people talk about BMI and when it comes to
I
like
do
the
agree with
actual numbers on on the scale.
Let's just say if the
it's
trainer
relative.
can't do what I'm doing, don't tell me to do it.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
think if as long as you know what you're doing and you're proficient yourself, I said why not? Because there's playing like when I think with the Olympics, you see athletes coming so many different shapes and sizes, and they're all super fit, even though you may not see them and think, oh, that's an athlete. Especially with track and field, there are some people that like they look big,
Yeah.
but they're sitting there benching, 200, 250, 300 pounds.
I don't know about no track, but I would say in like wrestling
Shot
and
put.
shot put.
They're
and
big.
They're
Yeah.
big.
bears.
I think those are big, but other than that,
Yeah, I mean, I that's what I'm saying. So everyone's body is different based on what activity
yeah.
you're
But
gonna
those
be
sports
doing.
you also bulk up for.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Is like, I guess what I'm saying is that athletes come in very different shapes
Julie
and sizes.
don't want to judge a book by its cover.
No, I
but
don't. Athletes
Don't come and try to trade me,
And
bro.
also,
Get away from me.
Also, I'm also trying to get away from the mindset that weight doesn't determine health, because there's been plenty of people who are in the gym all the time, perfectly healthy, and drop down and have a heart attack and have 90% blockage
True.
in their heart. So, and then there are people.
You need to
who-
look how I want to look. That's how I'm gonna choose my trainer.
Okay, yeah, that's motivational. That's
You know.
doable. So if you guys are the same body type and they're based on your body type, like, hey, that's my goal frame or goal look, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
That's motivational.
Maybe I'm being a brat. but-
Yeah.
No, I get
I
it.
thought it was funny. I was like, oh, that's so true. I sure wouldn't. But
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Anyways, also when we're talking about the Olympics, I also wanted to take a quick moment to say that Paris has done an excellent job hosting, and then also
I actually don't think so with the Sakari and
hosting
Shelley-Ann
as
thing.
far as putting on the events.
I saw a TikTok guy was like, Paris ruined it. They ruined this Olympics.
One caveat: we always have technical difficulties for all Olympics, but I felt like I had to give them a shout out for their opening ceremony. I think they did an absolutely beautiful job for their opening ceremony. It was very different. It wasn't. Most opening ceremonies are done in a stadium. They use the entire city as the backdrop for their opening ceremony, and they pretty much used all the different monuments. So the Eiffel Tower. The
Can you
Arc de
imagine the
Triomphe.
city during that time?
Drag queens were performing too.
Yes, they had like opera rock bands. They had opera singers there. Lots of different things like going on and just kind of pulling everything together. And I just think they did a great job. And even Celine Dion performed, Lady Gaga performed.
Yeah.
They had the Can dancers from the Moulin Rouge performing and all that stuff. So they just, I
for them.
think the opening ceremony was different, and it was just very French, and it's just like, oh, they did a good job. So it makes me excited to see kind of what
Oui.
2028 is going to be LA. So I kind
Yeah.
of see how that laid back California LA vibe is going to be for their opening ceremony. It'll be kind of interesting to see.
When's the last time America hosted the Olympics?
I don't know.
Last time was
Oh
I
hell,
think
we're gonna
Salt
do a
Lake.
horrible job.
I think
We're gonna do a whole bit. We're gonna definitely shit the bed. Okay.
Ginny. I think the
In
last
LA,
time was
great.
winter.
LA
Salt Lake
already has
City.
the worst traffic. Can you imagine with the Olympics going
I
on?
know.
Oh my god.
I know.
We'll see, because usually they have events spread out over a large area. It's not all going to be in.
Well, LA traffic is the worst.
It is.
It is.
And I lived off of the-
They'll just figure it
So-
out.
Okay, well,
Well, I say, you know what? It's a good opportunity to push for more public transportation. I think that will be kind of help things a little bit. Hopefully they figure something out. We'll
maybe.
see. Janice is just not. We'll see what happens.
I remember my favorite Olympics was when Tara Lipinski, that
Was
bitch,
winner.
won against Michelle Kwan.
Oh yeah,
I
that
was
was
devastated.
it?
It was like-
was it Nagano or
I don't remember.
Oh,
what
I
year
do
that was.
remember
I
Tara
was
Lipinski.
Devastated because I was a huge Michelle Kwan fan.
And she never won gold, right?
no, I don't think
She never did.
I don't think she did.
She always got silver.
But what kills me,
Damn, that would suck.
what kills me is that she literally earned. I mean, I'm not a judge, but she earned it.
What
in
was
my
her name
opinion.
again?
Yeah,
Michelle Kwan
Michelle
and Tara
Kwan
Lipinski.
definitely did.
But they gave it to Tara because she's all American and bubbly and cute, and she's like, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm like,
You know, you put that little
just
head
like
tilt.
just very all
goody-goody
American.
two-shoes.
Yes, she's like America's sweetheart, and I get it. She's cute, but Michelle Kwan is.
You know what
not
that reminds
cute,
me of?
she's,
What's
like,
that girl's name?
beautiful.
Yeah, she won
What's
gold.
that girl's name that knocked out the girl's knee?
Oh, no,
Tanya
Tanya Harding. Yeah.
Ooh, good thing
Yeah.
Michelle didn't go crazy on him.
Shoot.
Yeah,
would've
that
been-
was Tara won.
Knock out
19
Pretty
it was-
much that's what she kept losing
Nancy
to that
Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan, and she was just like a little sweetheart too.
She was.
But
Annoying.
that wasn't really that good.
No.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that Tara won 98 Nagano.
98. Yeah, I
That
actually
makes
bought
sense
a book.
because we were like in sixth
We were
grade,
really
fifth
young.
grade, sixth grade. I
it was
remember
a
when it happened.
travesty. I bought the book that talked about the inside scoop. If you didn't know I was gay then, that was a book, and I was like obsessed with it. I needed it. I also-
Mommy, please buy this book.
and she did, and I was obsessed with it. I carried it with me everywhere I went. I remember going to Sam's Club, like reading it.
Not having
I've
your
already-
book wherever you go.
Yeah, I did. And needless to say, to this day, whenever I see Michelle Kwan, like every once in a while, you'll see her. Like I follow her on Instagram. I'm always like, you should have won. It should have been you, girl.
It should have.
been
I
you.
feel like I do remember thinking it should have been her too.
Everyone thought that,
But
it
I
was just the
think-
judges that
Yeah.
were like. Had
So
their heads
she
up their
did
asses.
she never win a medal?
No,
No,
I
she
don't-
won silver.
silver.
She never won gold.
Yeah.
Not at the Olympics.
Hold on.
Not at the Olympics. I think she did win world titles
Nationally,
and things.
yeah.
Silver in 98, bronze in 2002.
See.
But,
But-
she's living her best life because she's a U.S. ambassador to Belize now.
I mean, that's what a lot of Olympic athletes never end up getting their gold.
Sure,
And
but what's so upsetting is that she deserved it, and Tara Lipinski was good, but
wasn't
like,
Tara? Was that Tara's only Olympics?
Yes,
Hmm.
correct.
Yes.
I mean, once you get the gold, do you really need anything else?
More golds.
Okay.
I mean, look at Michael Phelps because the
Yeah.
name should have been sat down.
Yeah,
But he kept collecting them gold medals.
Okay.
Breaking records, honey.
yeah.
But
Not
for
Tara.
me,
Tara's like
I would have sat out. Like I probably,
Tara's
won't,
like,
I probably
I'm good.
won't repeat, so I'll just sit down and take
Tara's
my
a
win.
commentator, though. She commentates
Mm-hmm.
on figure skating, and every time she talks, I'm always like, oh God,
Michelle should have.
Michelle.
Okay. So
Anyways,
so-
guys, let's get our final thoughts out for the Olympics. So, for me, I'm just looking forward to keep watching it. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to the women's 4x1 relay. That's I'm really looking forward to that. But other than that, Olympics and me, like after gymnastics and track, I'll probably be done with it.
I mean, track is this week. It just started yesterday, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got people. I used to be obsessed with the Olympics, not so much anymore.
Really?
I still enjoy it. I'll continue to watch it and get my little updates, but like I said, I feel like every 4 years when it comes on, I'm super patriotic. Go USA.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, I'm like red, white, and blue.
It brings people together. You know, we have a lot of
That's true.
a lot
Division.
going on, a lot of division, and this is something that's like
That's
I
true.
don't care what you believe in politically for now, but you know, like
Right.
let's come together.
That's actually
and
very true.
Let's come
Yeah.
together and really be a team, like unite among.
Yeah, and
We have a common goal, and
Yeah.
that common goal is to win gold medals for our country. So yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's human excellence.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also
For
think,
sure.
I mean, that's the essence of what the Olympics is. It's
Yes.
not to not only you rooting for your own country, but also you get to see other cultures and other
And I love that.
countries, and they have their own little Cinderella stories that they happen, and you're rooting for them too. So
Yeah.
I think it's a way to globally pull everyone together.
And unite
yeah.
people.
I do think with Jamaica, like when they usually those athletes go back, it's such a amazing thing for them.
Oh, I can't imagine.
yeah, like it's I think it's a little different when you're going to like winning a gold medal in a third world country, coming back as like a figure, like this
Yeah.
person as opposed to America.
Right.
So I mean, like there are, caveats to each side for
Yeah.
sure. Because I know that they really do big. They do it big for their Olympic champions
Yeah,
in foreign countries. Yeah.
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 But yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's Sunday. It's a late Sunday for us. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
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 And that's a wrap on the latest episode of Let Me Finish. Thank you guys for joining us for another week and listening to the latest episode. Don't forget, go like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platforms. And you guys can also follow us and see us on different platforms. I am on Instagram, and that's going to be Uniquely Janice. And then I'll also be on TikTok, Janice H, GENICEH. Michael, where can they find you?
I'm only on Instagram, and it's Kasra Salimi. And by Kasra Salimi, I mean Kasra Writes, because I changed it and I just forgot. So it's KASRA Writes, WRITES.
Yes. Jillian, where can we find you?
Instagram as well, and it's New Jillian Who Dis.
New Jillian Who Dis. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.